Yep. How come you always, your other glasses, by the way, they look great. You always say they don't look great and your wife says they look great, but they do look great with the reading glasses. You look sophisticated too.
Yeah, this is my image. So
it's cool.
I don't ruin it.
No, both of them look great. So
thank you. I when I'm wearing the glasses, I feel as smart as I look, maybe, I guess. When I'm wearing this, I feel like my normal self. But I am a writer, so I can get away with the nerd glasses. I'm not saying you look nerdy with the glasses. You know what I'm saying? It's a perfectly good look. It was never a good look for me.
Come on.
Hey, Greg.
How you doing?
How you doing?
All right.
Greg, this is Gunner. Gunner,
hey,
this
Gunner,
is Gregg Valentino.
How are you, Gunner?
How you doing, Paisan?
I just
dog chasing his tail. You know what I mean?
I just wanted to give you a bit of an introduction.
We got the same.
Yeah, you guys have the same look, exactly.
Going on with the glasses and the bald head. So I mean, we're both bald with glasses. So
there you go.
So on camera here.
Where are you coming from?
I am from northern Michigan, way up in the middle of nowhere. I live 5 hours north of Detroit, in the middle of no place. So I live in the country on 20 acres. I'm a hunter and fisherman. I spent a lot of time in the woods. So that was my dream when I was in prison, to get the hell away and live out here. Hey, how you doing?
There you go.
That Lee.
Hey, Lee, you're sideways.
Well, that's because yours are on a computer. I'm on a phone. I'm down. I'm down under, you cunts. We're sideways down under. Hold on.
There you go.
Here we go.
There you go.
I'm in Australia. I'm in Australia.
What time is it there?
That makes sense.
It's like 6 in the morning, right? Leeds, it's like 6 in the morning.
No, it's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. on Wednesday afternoon.
Oh, shit. All right. I fucked that up.
I'm in the future, mate. I can see what's going to happen with all the inauguration.
Yeah, well, who did Trump pardon? Did you hear any of that? I just saw a thing where they said that Mitch McConnell, that piece of shit, was saying that fucking, if Trump pardoned, he sent a message to Trump, if you pardon Julian Assange, we are going to go after you and your family personally. It's all over the internet. Tucker Carlson just reported that.
Yeah, Tucker is trying to get Trump to pardon Assange.
But they're saying that Trump was warned. Yeah, I'm on a phone thing here. Whatever you call it.
Did you watch that? Did you watch Lou Dobbs last night with all those papers that were getting declassified with Hillary and Obamagate and all that shit?
Oh yeah, that's a fucking joke. Dude, she was just saying today how I want to see if we should check Donald Trump's phone records to see if when they were storming the Capitol, if he was on the phone with Russia, Putin. Get the fuck out of here.
Now, right. And how disgusting they're fucking vetting all the fucking soldiers at the Capitol on that because they could be classed as terrorists now.
It's ridiculous.
They removed 12 of them, huh? They removed 12 of the guards for by the way, without evidence, just for having conservative leanings.
That's ridiculous.
No. If you wear a Magna hat now, you're a fucking terrorist.
Yeah,
right. Exactly.
Well,
even an Australian gets it.
If your skin is white, you're a terrorist.
So let me give an introduction for you guys so you all know each other. So Gunnar Lindbloom is a writer. He's a novelist. He's also spent over 10 years in prison. How long did you spend in prison? 13 years in prison. He's from the Tocco family of Detroit, which is one of the main founding families of the Detroit Partnership, which is the mob in Detroit. So I wanted you guys to know him. Greg, obviously, you know Lee Priest. Gunnar, you know Lee Priest and Greg, right?
Right.
So the idea here is this. I know you guys, so I was listening to Gunnar's last video on YouTube and I just loved it. He broke it. So he comes from, he's a little bit of a conservative Christian. We're all a bit conservative here. And all of you guys are very, very excitable and talkative. So I thought this would be a wonderful podcast in which we're all interrupting each other and discussing politics. And we could do it like every week to see what's going on. Sorry, I just wanted to let you guys, introduce to each other.
First of all, nice meeting you, and both of you guys. It's a pleasure to meet you, and I appreciate it. And here's what I think. I'm going to tell you what I think, in my opinion, of this foursome right here. I'm going to tell you something. I work in entertainment. You do too. I think if we do this right and market it in the right places, could be really a big show. Like people will listen. A lot of people want to hear our voices. We're all very unique in our own right. But if we produce the show well, and then not just talking over each other, really let each other talk and just kind of bounce, I think, ideas and beliefs back and forth and concepts back and forth, and then kind of let the people listening hear what we have to say. I think that it would be very entertaining because we have very passionate stances on certain things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be politics. It could be, I think, from training to pop culture to movies to, this is how I see it. I'm not saying I'm the boss and this is how it's supposed to go, but I just say, hey, these are four great minds. Let's talk and then bring the audience with us, and then I think that could be really fun for the audience.
Exactly. I got to tell you, I just did a show, by the way, for Dave Palumbo. I just thought about something seeing Lee. I said, do you think that Donald Trump could pardon Lee Priest for the IFBB?
even Trump couldn't. Even Trump couldn't do that.
I don't know. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just saw Lee. It just hit me. I was thinking, holy shit, that's right. I just asked. I was asking.
That was the show that Dave probably spent how long editing because he didn't want to put what you really said on. Everyone's so scared, too scared to speak their mind now, because if you're white and you speak your mind, you're racist and you're this and you're that, and heaven forbid.
Yeah.
I rip Schwarzenegger an ass, bro. I'm tired of that shit. I'm tired of him. He's a rat fuck. And Gunter, right? Am I right or wrong? If you were in a fucking, if you were with some of the people I know,
Arnold used to, remember Roland Kickinger? He used to look like Arnold.
Yeah, sure.
Well, I used to train with Roland in the mornings at the gym and that. And every morning, if I had a phone camera back then, Roland would come upstairs, would be training, Arnold would walk in. He's Roland and Arnold. Zeke Hale.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Oh, if I had a camera back then, they were doing the old Hitler salute to each other, laughing. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Do you know that Arnold did a fucking guest posing when he was younger? And they said he was in, I forgot where he was. And it was overseas.
In Germany.
Some German-speaking company where he did the whole Zig Heil thing. And they actually booed him off stage. Actually booed him off stage.
Apparently, he was heard saying that these Germans need an Austrian to lead them because Hitler was Austrian, you know?
Right.
Yeah, but that part, you didn't repeat it on our podcast. You said it on Dave's. They cut your whole thing out. They cut John Romano's whole thing out. Nobody spoke in the whole podcast. It was just cut out.
No, we did that for like a half hour. I went on this fucking tirade, because I'm hyper as it is.
Do you know, actually, with the Weeders, because, you know Ben Weider. Ben Weider loved Napoleon.
I love it. Dude, I was friends with Ben Weider.
Yeah, well, Ben had like Napoleon, one of Napoleon's actual hats, and he had a whole memorabilia. But Joe was like the opposite. Joe loved Hitler. He had everything on Hitler, books on Hitler, everything. Like Joe was really into Adolf and that.
Wow.
Nobody knows this, but that Ben Weider was one of the world's authorities on Napoleon Bonaparte.
Yeah.
He was a Civil War authority, but he was really big with Napoleon. I know. I used to talk to him about it. I still got his number in my phone. He was a great. I love Ben Weider.
Well, I want to tell you. I have to let you know something, Greg. If you call him, he's not answering, okay? I just want you to...
I mean, I never took it out of my phone. I get everybody's phone number.
I've done the same thing. I've had friends that pass away, and I still got their number because, I don't know, it seems like if I delete their number, they're really gone. So I've actually still got their number in my phone. It's almost like acknowledging that they're totally gone if I delete their number. So I actually still have some people's numbers in my phone that actually passed away years ago.
Isn't it creepy when you see?
I just got a call from one the other day, and it was my friend's mother that was calling me actually to ask me something, but he passed away in 2012, and I'm over here going, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like my friend Joe's calling me, he's dead. You know what I I guess
hello,
Greg.
This is God. This is God. Will you take a call from Joe?
Well, listen, I just got a call. I made I tried to text my godson, and somebody comes back and says, "This ain't Vitor. Who's this?" And I'm like, "This isn't." As I say, "Is this him?" And they're like, "No." They're like, "This is Jack Tocco." I said, "Jack Tocco?" I'm like, "Is this Jack Tocco Jr.?" He's one of my cousins. And I never did figure out how they were. It was somebody messing with me or something. I'm like, this got to be the biggest coincidence in the world. I'm like, he's like, just the guy that wrote the book that freaking about my family. But I said, no, I'm friends with that guy. I know that guy, Scott Bernstein, who wrote the book. I said, but no, it wasn't me. I wrote a novel called To Be a King. You should read it. But just the weirdest coincidence that ever happened.
Is he your cousin?
Texted
with the same name as the original Jack Tocco? By the way, Jack Tocco was a legendary character in the Detroit mob. That's what he's talking about.
Really?
But he's dead. Yeah, Jack Tocco was a very famous character.
So it was his son, my cousin. And I don't know if it was true or if the guy was bullshitting me. I don't know what was going on. It was just a weird.
Well, I tell you,
he didn't answer.
The creepiest thing is when you see these Instagrams of people that are dead and the Instagram's still going.
Oh, yeah.
Or the YouTube channel like Rich Piana, it's posting 3 years later.
The worst is when you see a hot chick and she's dead and you're still like fucking, you know what I mean, on a porn or something like that.
That's scary.
And you fucking still jerk off to it.
No, the worst thing is when you see a hot chick and you go dig her up and still fuck her.
Hey, speaking of that, Lee, you watched the Netflix series of the Richard Ramirez thing, huh?
Yeah, the Night Stalker.
I tagged you in a picture of my grandfather with the eyes. I don't know if you saw it. He's worse than Richard Ramirez. But
he just had some black eyes. That character, didn't he?
He was.
But
You could see it.
The thing I couldn't get across, how were those women so infatuated with him? I went on his Wikipedia later, and apparently he was married, and then he had, even when he got divorced, he immediately got a new chick then like the next few months. Women
The thing about him, but you watch some of those serial killers, they normally stick to one over. They go out and murder women, or they, like Dahmer, murdered men. Ramirez was like he would murder a husband, rape the woman, and then kill her, or let her live, kill the husband. Or then he abducted 6-year-old girls and raped them. Then he raped some young boys. This guy was just he was all over the shop. This one.
Well, he was practicing what they were today, like, you know. Pluralism, fucking whatever you call it.
That's true. He was also
he was the younger version of Biden.
Polygamy. Greg Scarpa. When you say that, Greg Scarpa, the hitman, the killer, the Grim Reaper, he was the same thing. Killed like 60 people. He had like 4 wives.
Yeah, he had 4 wives.
Nobody knows, but Greg Scarpa's the guy for the movie Mississippi Burning. Well, that's how they found out. Who the Ku Klux Klan guy? He went down there, took a guy in a fucking cabin, and like fucking tortured him for like days.
You heard about this, Lee?
What's that?
You never heard about it?
That's a true story. Greg Scarpa's a bad dude,
I'll tell you a quick story. So Larry Mazza is one of my good friends. He's been on my show a bunch of times. If you just go back a few shows, so that was Greg Scarpa's right-hand man, Larry Mazza, and I know this whole story because they're actually. My friend Scott Bernstein, I just did a 2-hour show with him before I did this show. He actually is writing the source material for a movie based on Mississippi Murder, 8-part miniseries. Joe Pesci's producing, Stallone's directing and starring in it. My friend Scott is writing the source material for this Mississippi Burning series, 8-part series. And then my friend Larry Mazza wrote a book called The Life, which is about his life with Greg Scarpa and that whole everything. And how Larry was banging Greg Scarpa's wife, and Greg Scarpa knew about it. And, it was crazy, and he knew about it. This is the most dangerous mobster. The craziest part is, this is one of the most dangerous mafiosos in ever, and turns out he was a federal informant, a rat for 35 years, feeding the feds information. So now they're making a series out of Larry's life. Some billionaire optioned his book and got Nicholas Pileggi. That's the director and writer of Casino and Goodfellas.
Yeah.
They had already got him signed. He's in, he's on. They signed Nicholas Pileggi to write and direct this new series called The Life, based on my boy Larry's book.
Oh, wow.
And it's happening. I mean, it's crazy.
So Lee,
he's been on my show a few times.
Yeah, I love Larry. So I would love to have him on the show sometime. But Lee, I wanted to tell you what they're talking about is basically there was this mafia guy in New York who somehow was very like vicious, killing a lot of people, and the cops never really got him. And later in life, actually, I think when he was in prison at the end, they found out that in the 60s, the FBI used him when he was still a soldier in the family, literally asked him to go find these Ku Klux Klan members who had killed and buried or burnt. I don't know if they burned weren't them, but two black guys. And so he literally went to Mississippi and
and they weren't actually black guys. Sorry, just to interrupt. They weren't actually black guys. They were actually white people.
Oh,
so they were the heads of this church that were defending black, like that. They were sticking up for the blacks and all this, and they were defending it. He killed them and buried them, or they killed these KKK guys, killed them, and Gregg had issues with them, so they basically said, if you work for us, we won't put you in prison. Do this, do that, and that's what he did. So he starts going out doing things, but he's getting away with murder. He starts getting away with murder. They're letting him murder people and not arresting them.
And he has like the FBI frequency.
There's one thing that you're leaving out, and I think Lee would really appreciate this. Dude, Greg Scarpa hated faggots, right? So he was like, I don't want, and I don't freak out because I said faggots.
He didn't mean it that way. I know Greg doesn't mean it that way.
He hated gay people. Okay, hated them.
Yeah.
And he was in the hospital, and he said he needed a blood transfusion. So he said, I want only my own family members. He didn't even, crime family members. I want only them to give me blood. I don't want any blood because I don't want no faggots blood like that. That was his saying.
He was afraid of AIDS. Yeah.
Right. He was afraid of AIDS. And guess what?
Yeah.
One of his family had AIDS. Nobody knew about it, and he got AIDS. So that's one of the things that killed Greg Scarpa was he died of AIDS, and he got it. Dude, a couple weeks before he died, he was in a fucking shootout on the street with a bunch of pot dealers that robbed his son. Yeah. And he went back over there to get them, and they shot his eyeball out. They shot Greg Scarpa.
They shot his eyeball.
And he came home. He didn't even go to the hospital. He was like, fuck it, I'm down one eye. I mean, he was just fucking that crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Back to our political stuff.
I know that story really well, by the way, just because I've heard it from Larry. But what happened was when he said it all right. But the bullet, during the gunfight, the shootout, bullet like ricocheted, hit him in the eye, and then took him out. And then he had ran outside for this thing, and his tether, he's on tether because he's on parole. That went off, so he had to run back in the house and tell the tether people called. So he picked up the phone, like, like, you go outside? He's like, nah, I'm sitting here the whole time. Like, sure? He's like, Then he hangs up, and he's like, he tells Larry Mazza, calls Larry, he says, get over here, I need, take me to the hospital. And Larry takes him to the hospital, and the nurse wanted him to fill out a report. So he's like, I can't, I'm out of here. And that was the last time Larry Mazza ever saw Greg Scarpa.
And then he was in prison and died there,
He died
in prison, died of AIDS.
By the way, yeah, died of AIDS in prison. But Greg, you and Gunnar, by the way, have a similarity. So Gunnar, Greg used to be one of the largest steroid dealers in New York, actually. And Gunnar also used to deal steroids in Detroit. So we have a lot of interesting... We guys have some things in common.
Are we recording right now?
Yeah, we're recording. This is the show.
Oh, good.
We're doing the show.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, those were fun days.
No, but Greg went to prison for
I made a lot of money on steroids. When I was young, I was only 15, 16 years old, but I got involved with this. I wouldn't say. Well, the guys who I was involved with were the biggest steroid dealers in Michigan, and at the time when they got busted, they said it was the biggest steroid bust in U.S. history. It was about 1990. I don't know, if the papers blew it up over more than what it was, but they were. They had 25 states that were involved. Like 3 different countries. They said it had a million doses of anabolic steroids. Bunch of guns, coke, whatever, but they were Dagos. They're Italian dudes. Freaking guy named Joe DiMaggio. He's freaking. I was like 17 years old getting steroids from this guy. He's like a high level mob dude. The only reason I even got in with him because he knew my uncle. I introduced him myself, and I said, "Hey, my uncle Pete." He said, "Pete Tocco." I said, "Yeah." He's like, "Oh, yeah, I know Pete." So the next thing you know, he takes me in, and I get to his house. He's like, "What do you need?" And I don't really know what to say. I'm like, anything. I got these guys who want. He opens up this safe, and it was like the hallelujah moment. Just opens this huge safe up, and there's like, 5,000 bottles of everything. He's like, that's fake. This is real. This fake. This, that. He tells me, the fake stuff is for itself. It's tons of fake stuff. I mean, there was so much fake stuff. I got a bottle of fake test for like $10. It looked real. I'd send it to these high school kids. They take it, they eat, they work out, the placebo effect. They come back 10 weeks ago. Yeah, this is working great. And I need some more. And I'd tell them some more, This is high school, I had every high school strung out in the neighborhood. The weird part was that I didn't even do it. Like at the time, I was more after money than actually like, I was doing some bodybuilding shows. When I was a teenager, but not that great. My genetics was okay. I wasn't going to be a serious competitive bodybuilder. Definitely was never nothing like Lee. But I said in my mind, I was like Lee. I'd rather have this $500 than the money for steroids. But
even Fouad is not like Lee.
I want to say that Lee Priest is the greatest bodybuilder, the shorter bodybuilder ever, in my opinion.
Yeah, in history.
He would win him.
And the greatest arms.
Involved of the Mr. Olympia. He could have been Mr. Olympia for years. That's in my opinion.
And you know,
12, he would own that class. And I'm not just saying it because Lee's my boy, but I mean that. Lee Priest
no, it's true.
Could have been Mr. Olympia. My opinion, the greatest ever.
No, and also he has the best arms in history in general.
Fouad said I was never in shape. Fouad said. He said I was never in shape.
Yeah.
So Fouad called Dave. Fouad called Dave.
Fouad called Dave when I got
followed
dressed up as
bodybuilding
him.
for years.
He did, huh? But what does it have to do with Dave?
Lee Priest is the greatest ever. Take my word.
But what does it have to do with Dave? It was on my show. And by the way, I spoke to Fouad after.
Look, bodybuilders have to be the biggest. Sadly, like I said, we've got grown muscular men, and I've always said it. Look, we're big muscular men. You have all these muscles. Yes, you take a bit of steroids, your balls will shrink up a bit. But it's like I tell the guys, you still have them. You still have your balls. act like fucking men. I said, here we have a guy like Donald Trump. He didn't have to be president. He was a fucking multi-billionaire, billionaire. This guy went through, how much fucking criticism did this guy take every fucking day? Yeah. But he still got up. He went to work to make America fucking a great country. And the shit he took every day, you tell one bodybuilder you don't look good and they have a fucking mental breakdown. You can't say that about me. Fuck
you know why, Lee? You know what Lee Priest is saying? Let me translate it really fast. Most bodybuilders are beta males, and they take the fucking juice to hide the fact that they're really beta males, so they look jacked. And a lot of them guys are pussies, and that's a fact.
Oh yeah,
a lot of them guys are really pussies.
And the thing was too, when I got into bodybuilding, I never got into it. I didn't have no short man syndrome. I didn't want to compete to be a pro bodybuilder. All I wanted to do was look like the He-Man cartoon. That was it. And slowly, as I went along, I got into the competing side. But I only had to compete because I wanted to keep my contracts to make money. But the whole competing side, I'm not one of these guys that said, I'm going to go in and win this show and win that show. As long as I went into the show the best I could be, I was happy. And then that's why in the off season, I'll bulk up to 285 pounds. People go, Lee, you're a fat pig. Look how you look. I said, I don't give a fuck how I look. I'm a normal person. I'm going to enjoy my fucking life. I'm going to eat fucking hamburgers, hot dogs, and do whatever the fuck I want. I'm not going to walk around and go, look at my fucking abs all year. Look at me. Look at me. It's like, go fuck yourself. I'm a normal person. I'm going to enjoy my life. But now, guys, today, you say anything negative about their bodies. Listen. It's like, fuck.
Lee, I never knew that they modeled the Hulk on you. I was shocked when I was hearing that on the podcast. That's incredible. Incredible.
The first Hulk. The first
Dude,
Hulk
I can attest. Lee once gave me a big bag of candy. Remember that fucking candy somebody gave me? He's like, here, take this shit. Now I'm opening it up like Kit Kat bars and fucking.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? I brought it back to my girlfriend.
I got a fridge full right now. I just went to the grocery store, and I at the grocery store like an hour ago. And all these fucking Kit Kats are on sale. I said to the wife, I'm not buying any. By the time I got to the checkout, I'm putting all this shit up. I'm thinking, I got like 40 different fucking chocolates and I'm putting them up. I'm like, because I tell the wife, I'm going to have one every time. I'll have one a day. Every time I go to the kitchen, I eat fucking one. I'm fucking eating another one. I'm eating another one.
But I thought you were a gummy guy. Aren't you like the gummies?
I'm glad I'm not the only guy. I'm glad I'm not the only one like that. I do that. By the way, I'm a fan, Lee. I've followed bodybuilding on and off over the years, and I kind of faded out of it years ago because I started actually trying to play pro football. Believe it or not, I almost played pro football. And in that time in my life, I came to the conclusion that I'm not really pro bodybuilding material, genetics, whatever. So I faded away. But you are one of the guys that I did admire, I did watch, I did look up to, I did read about when I did flip open the magazine and look at you and I'd always be like, man, this guy's got great genetics and this guy's got great shape and he's got great arms. So it's kind of cool that I get to talk to you now and that. I have a bunch of friends that are celebrities, actors and producers and crap, but it's also kind of cool that I get to meet you and talk to you. I think it's cool because all these years I've followed your career.
Yeah.
Thank you. I get a lot of people that hate me because all these years I've been told, Lee, just shut your mouth. I said, I was never brought up that way. I was always told to tell the truth. So I've always told the truth. as life went on, my mum told me maybe you shouldn't be that truthful, Lee, because I'm an open book when it comes to anything. So my mum's like, well, maybe you shouldn't be that. But I said, look, that's how I am. I said, I've never been one of these people where, yes, I lived in California. You know, half the people out there is fake as fuck. I said, I'm not that type of person.
Everybody.
I'm not going to act a certain way or like be your friend and be nice to you, but as soon as you turn your back, I'm going to stab you in the back, or be one of those people who's nice to your face and I'm talking to you. But then if someone comes to talk shit about you, I'm going to talk shit about you with them. I'm not that type of person. I said, I'm going to be me. I'm going to speak my mind. If you don't like it and you don't like me, don't fucking hang out with me.
Well, right now. Right now you're doing it. That's why I posted that story calling you a hero, which is genuine because, you know, I'm sure you're losing a ton of fans by supporting Trump, by supporting your views, by talking about it.
Yeah, but he's gaining some too. He's gaining them.
I get inboxes all the time. You're a racist cunt. You're this, you're that. I said, what? Because I support Trump. I'm thinking, how's it being racist? Here you have a guy, like I said, and I said this too, I don't care if you vote Republican or Democrat. It's like in Australia, we have Labor and Liberal. You get these people who are just stouch Republicans. But look at it. If I was a Republican and all of a sudden some Democrat comes along and has great ideas for the country that's going to help vets, it's going to help homeless, it's going to help, you know, schools, it's going to help hospitals. If they have some great ideas and they can implement them, I might vote for that person. I said, I don't lean either way. It just comes down to common sense. So here comes Trump. He comes out of nowhere. Remember when they were laughing at him, he'll never be president. They were making fun of him. Yeah. All of a sudden he comes in and says, I'm going to do this. And this is what I tell people. They have this Trump hysteria. I said, look, you can call him crazy. You can hate his hairstyle, say he's got a shitty tan, whatever. But look at the facts when it comes to unemployment for black people, Hispanics, when it comes down to some policies around the world. He's one of the first presidents who's never got America involved in a war. Pretty much all this stuff that he said he was going to do, he's done. So hate the man all you want, but you got to admit to the facts. All the good he's done. He's done more good than any other president. And pretty much America is a business. He brought some of the businesses back to America and saying put America first. How's that racist? You should put America first. We have our government here. Exactly. We have people here living on the streets. We have got people with farms going out of business and all this closing down. But yet, as soon as shit happens in Thailand, you know, countries that hate us, we're sending them $300 million overnight, but we can't send our pensioners money. It's like, yes, you help your own first and then go play fucking world police.
Thank you.
So how is Trump racist?
But other country, how is he fucking racist? They call him a Hitler.
I ask that all the time.
His daughter is an Orthodox Jew. His grandkids wear yarmulkes on their head. So he's the first Jew loving Nazi. And other countries are fucking. I just posted videos where in India they're fucking praying for him, even the prime minister of it, because they know that he's the leader of the free world, and they see what happened to him, and they see how he was for everybody. Same thing, fucking Japan. They were walking through down the main road in Japan with signs saying, you know, and chanting Trump because they're laughing at us. They're laughing at what we did to that guy.
I said we had tapes of Trump. The main tape of Trump we had was grab her on the pussy. Yeah. You don't think if they had that?
If they had worse, exactly.
But if they had video or voice tapes of Trump being racist, they would have played them fucking everywhere. There are none. But look at this. Look at this here. Who said this? You ain't black if you don't vote for me.
That's unbelievable. Yeah.
You can't go into it. You can't go into a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts if you don't have an Indian accent. Kids love jumping on my lap and touching the hairs on my legs. The black kids, they're like roaches.
Wow.
Poor kids are just as bright as white kids. Oh, who said that? Wow. There's two-system party there's two-system party if you had for the Negroes and the blacks in the South. Who said that?
Wow.
You got the first, here you go, this was a good one. You got the first African man who is articulate, bright and clean looking. Who said that about Obama?
Wow.
And Jews are the Shylocks. Who said that? They're all Biden fucking quotes I got off the internet from his YouTube videos.
Go on YouTube. Lee, go on YouTube and Google Joe Biden using the N-word. I'm not going to say it because,
these ones here, these are all his racist quotes I got off his YouTube videos.
Wow.
In 1988, he was quoting somebody, and he was like, "and this, blah, 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 then and that," and he was using the word. Now, if Trump ever used that word, even quoting somebody else,
it would be everywhere. It would be.
It would hang him. Say, look at this racist cocksucker. I'm telling you. And you got Michelle Obama. Dude, Michelle Obama, the biggest racist out there.
Biden made me sick. Really? Biden made me sick the other day when, for how long now? 8 months or more, we had Antifa and BLM burning down businesses, black businesses owned by black people that probably employ 20 or 30 black families, all out of jobs now. You had them just, how many? 40-odd people got murdered and killed. Police officers are attacked and shit. Not one word was said. Pelosi, nobody said anything. They told police to stand down. Here you have a few nutcases at the Capitol go off, and it's here comes Biden on TV.
Well, Lee, what would happen if, what about that girl that was shot? What about that girl that was shot, Lee? What if she was black? What do you think would happen? That girl was shot by the cop in the fucking Capitol building. They were demonizing her. They were saying, she was once caught trespassing her. She once kicked the fucking
14 years in the fucking military, served in overseas quite a few times. Yeah, it's like,
but like I said, the way white, you don't see where's the cop's name. I want to see which cop, who his name is. You know what I mean?
For Biden to say that was the darkest day, one of the darkest day in American history. What, worse than 9/11, worse than Oklahoma, worse than Pearl Harbor, worse
Pearl
than
Harbor,
slavery. It's like, this is the darkest day. A few people go in and bust into the Capitol, and it's like, piss off. It's like half those people too are probably Antifa, just wearing a Trump hat.
You can't compare that shit to any of those fucking things. They compare him to Hitler. This storming the Capitols like the Nazis, like Hitler, which Schwarzenegger was saying. How can you compare the fucking murder of a whole fucking 6 million Jews, not to mention Christians too, and all of that, and you're going to compare that with a bunch of fucking momos charging the goddamn Capitol building? Are you fucking
Look at the shit. Look at the shit the Republicans and Trump supporters have put up for 4 years.
Which, by the way, looked staged to me.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. That's because they planned that. Antifa breaks the windows and tells the savages to go in.
There's a video. Did you actually see the video? You know, have you ever watched any of that?
I saw it. It's ridiculous. It's bad acting. Just nothing but bad acting.
Have you seen that Project Veritas?
Yes, of course I do, yes.
Well, he actually put up a video. This was just before the elections of one of the people from Antifa, and she had 3 other Democratic senators on there. And that Project Veritas guy somehow got into the Zoom call and he recorded it. And that woman's sitting there saying, if Trump wins this election, we have to go into the federal buildings, break in through the windows. She's actually telling them what they're going to do. But then she goes, now, if Trump wins that, it's going to be Trump supporters and they have guns, and we've never dealt with guns before, so we have to be careful. But she was on this Zoom call planning how if Trump won the election, they were going into federal buildings, smashing windows to get in and just destroying the place. It's probably still down unless they're taking the video down now, but they had it all planned that if Trump won, all this chaos they were going to cause.
Yeah, now they're saying that group, the media. So number one, the media is saying that attack on the Capitol, they're trying to portray it as the worst thing. It's not even the worst thing that happened this year. I mean, look at the BLM stuff. But more than that, they're trying to call the people that were. So they're finding people that were aligned with certain groups like the Proud Boys, the Oath Keepers, the 3%ers, and they're trying to say these are terrorist organizations. By the way, the Oath Keepers are the people that are supposed to maintain the Constitution. The 3% are the people that, I mean, it's literally, these are people literally fighting for what the U.S. is. And they're not fighting. They're not fighting.
Last night, the fucking savages in New York City, Black Lives Matter, just had a big fucking thing last night. It was burning down in the middle of New York City. Just happened last night. Yeah, they fought the cops. They fought the cops last night in New York City.
I've watched that Trump speech. He did not incite anything.
No, he did not.
Go back and watch that O'Connell where he talks about.
Of course not. They're grabbing at straws. That's ridiculous.
That Mitch O'Connell said on one of his things, he's like, if Trump supporters are going to get down and low, we need to get down low and kick them while they're down. Maxine Waters is telling people, get up in Trump supporters' faces in public, in restaurants, and punch them in the face. And they're the ones, if you go over all the Democratic things, they're the ones that are inciting riots and violence and shit and telling people what to do. And the thing is, if Republicans, Trump supporters were neo-Nazis, if they were white supremacists, then people would have been fucked long ago.
Yes, exactly.
Know what? do they know what neo-Nazi people and all these white supremacists really do? They got the shits. It's like they wouldn't stand a chance. It's like
no, not even close. Dude, let me tell you something. They had 8 years of Barack Obama, and I'm all for black people. I'm for pluralism, everybody, okay? But I'm not for diversity, but I'm for pluralism. And I'm going to tell you something. They're fucking crazy. You had 8 years of Obama. What did he do for the black community? He did absolutely nothing. Do you remember black people when he first got in? They were like, yo, I'm going to get my rent paid. I'm going to get my rent paid. No, I'm going to get some money from the government about time. And he didn't do shit.
Nothing.
Because you don't understand. They're following Judas, okay? Al Sharpton, all of them. They're fucking Judases. Black Lives Matter is a fucking Judas.
For sure.
You show me where fucking somebody says, I got this new house thanks to the $1 billion that Black Lives Matter made off of George Floyd. I got this new house. They're building a new school. Oh, shit, they're building a community center. They fed the homeless. They didn't do any of that shit.
And that's
they didn't do nothing. Because they don't give a shit about black people.
And that's the question I used to ask people too, because, okay, you had Barack as president. You had Biden, 8 years, he was vice president. And I said to people, look, I don't care if you want to vote Democrat, but why couldn't you find maybe someone in their 50s or 60s with a new brain in their head, a new way of thinking? I said, you've had Biden. Right. Biden's been there almost 50 years. He's done nothing. 8 years as vice president. He's done nothing. So what makes you think now that he's old and senile, he's going to make great fucking changes? It's like,
people
why are you voting
stupid
for him
and
now?
brainwashed.
That's crazy.
Listen, I get asked a lot why my political beliefs lean that way. And I always say, listen, that's too broad spectrum of a question to ask me, but I'll give you the short answer, which is I don't like the fact that the government, the Democratic government, wants big government. They want to take half my money or more and say to another demographic who doesn't want to work, who's lazy, uneducated. I don't want to call them stupid because maybe they're not stupid. They're just lazy and uneducated. Yeah. Whatever the case is, they want to I see Biden doing this and Pelosi in my mind. They're the ones handing my money to them. It's saying, here's a free life, Section 8 housing, free healthcare, free school, free clothing, food stamp, everything you need. Now, here it is. Now, all I expect in return is your vote. You're going to vote for me, make sure everybody you know votes for me. And the people who have this crappy life living in the ghetto, and they're like, it's not that bad. Everybody around me's crappy life too. It's like, or I can go to work, bust my ass 70 hours a week like that hump over there who lives the same as me. I got nicer shoes than him. I got a nicer car than him. Why would I go to work for 70 hours a week like this clown? I'll sit here, smoke a blunt, play Xbox. Yeah. And then, by the way, the one thing that really pisses me off is when Pelosi and Joe Biden and that party hand the money over to them. They do a little list. They whisper and say, by the way, the white guy over there, make sure you hate him. He's the one. He's the problem. All your fault. It's all his fault. So anything that's happened to you in your life, you didn't be a father and raise your kids, his fault. You didn't do it in school. You dropped out, started selling drugs, went to prison. It's his fault. Everything that's happening in your community, it's his fault. Make sure you hate him for it because he's white. Well, wait a minute.
Malcolm X warned him about that. Malcolm X warned him about that. He said in 1963, he said, beware of the conservative and the liberal want the same amount of power. The difference is the liberal will use the black folk. He called them Negroes. He said, we'll use the Negro people as a tool. They will call racism. They will try to say, you know what? You don't need to work. You're not good enough to work anyway. Just sit back. We'll pay you. And that's what happens. See, they think that they're getting done a favor, but they're not. You just like these fucking people, a caravan that wants to come here, okay? They think I'm going to be a citizen. I'm going to own a business. I'm going to do all this shit. They're tricking them. It's a trick. It's Judas. You're following Judas. They don't realize that.
They just want to vote. They want to appeal to the lowest common denominator. That's what it is. Yeah. They want the vote, and they'll do whatever they can to get the vote.
Listen, I'm all for black people. There's some great black people out there. There's some great. My girlfriend's Mexican. My children are part black. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
It has nothing to do with skin color. They're making that though. They're making it that way. They're saying that we're bad because you got white skin. That you're bad. I don't hate anybody, bro. You're creating the racism. Conquer and divide.
And sad, but that's true because I was even like when I lived in America. I got there in '92. I was there from 92 to 2008. And in 92, when I got there, the racism wasn't as bad then, even here in Australia. But now governments have worked out this race thing comes up no matter what you do and what you're saying. Like you said, they divide and conquer people, and they're just dividing.
Yeah.
It's more, I find racism now is worse than it was 10 years ago, and you think we should be moving forward. We should be getting past all this shit, because it's like me.
It's a
like,
commodity.
I don't care if someone's white,
the
black,
media
green.
keeps it going
to
their advantage.
Dude,
The
I'm
more
fucking
they can manipulate
I'm
that
60 years.
demographic,
I'm
the
gonna
more
be
they can use it to their
61.
advantage.
I'm going to be 61 years old. I'm going to be 61. I grew up in the 60s and 70s, and it wasn't, I mean, it was bad in the 60s because that's when shit got crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But by the end of the 70s, you know, we were dancing with them in the discos and shit.
Yeah.
It wasn't, there was none of this shit. We had no problems with blacks. I grew up with I have black friends, I had black girlfriends. I never said, oh, that's my black friend. You know what I mean? Or that's my black girlfriend. She was my girlfriend.
Same with me, bro. Same exactly with me. I'm the same way.
funny.
And a ton of blacks in my neighborhood.
And same with Lee Priest also. They were talking about that on RX, you know. You have a lot of black friends.
Yeah, because one of my best friends, I met my training partner, Kurt, and he was black. He's from Iowa originally. His father was a minister. I met him day one, and he's like a brother to me. He lived with me. I lived with him. He came and lived with me in Australia, and he's black. But when I was in America, it's so funny. People would say to me, "What's Kurt?" I'm like, "What do you mean, what's Kurt?" Or what is he? I said, "He's my brother. He's my friend." "But what is he?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, is he black?" Or I said, "Well, he's black." I said, "But this is what I said." I said, "I don't see color. I see Kurt. I see Kurt the human. I see like the makeup of a man that he is. Like his good nature, his honesty,
his
and that."
character.
I said, his character, exactly. I see that. They go, "Well, that's racist if you can't see his color." I'm like, "What do you mean it's racist if I can't see his color?"
That's the opposite of racist.
Exactly.
It's like I take people as I find them. I said, "Look," I just said, "There's tons of white people I hate. Shit, I know more white people I probably hate than people of color." It's like there's like assholes in all fucking nationalities.
In all creed.
Yeah.
Listen,
so I said,
let me tell you something.
Yep.
No,
You're right.
I was gonna say, coming from Detroit, dude. I this is terrible to say, and it's gonna come out wrong, maybe a little bit, but people won't get it. I am not racist. I don't have a racist bone in my body. I have a bunch of black friends. My best friend in prison gets out after 21 years. This year, I'll be taking care of them. I know 9 white people that have been murdered by blacks. I know 10 white women who were beaten and raped by blacks. I've been shot twice by blacks, stabbed. I could show you the scars, had my head split with a baseball bat, jumped twice, all by blacks. So you would think I'd have a great reason to be racist. On top of that, when I got arrested to go to prison, 6 black cops beat my ass after I was cuffed and put me in
I was beat by black cops.
Still not racist. I don't care because, like you said, there's assholes in every creed, race, whatever. These were bad ones. I get it because there's good ones. I've met a lot of them. I'm a proponent of, listen, anyone who really wants to win can win. If you make an excuse and blame that guy for your failure, okay, you're a loser. Don't blame me for losing. I didn't have nothing to do with your losing. I just win because I win. But anyways, in prison, I saw massive. You want to see real racism? White people say this is racist and racism. You don't even know what racism looks like. Go to prison. You want to see racism? When the Nation of Islam bands together so they can rape, murder, and pillage little weak white kids that have no way to defend themselves. That's where they just target whites, and that's it. That's racism. There's no systemic racism. I lived in Detroit and around it all my life. I have a lot of white friends. I have some black friends. And all I'm saying is not one of them, not one has ever said to me, you know what? I don't like black people because I don't like black people. Not one in my whole friggin' life. Never. Or nobody said it. Now, they might have said, I don't like this black dude because he's a douchebag or he did this or did that. But they never said, as a whole, I just don't like black people. I've never seen it. So the media wants to project to the rest of the world and say, listen, the white guy is racist. He's racist. Make sure you know he's racist. He's a bad, evil man. We're going to get his money. We're going to take him out. That's all you need to know, which is the essence of racism. But if I utter the word black, I'm racist.
I got called racist the other day because I was on my live on Instagram. We were just talking about stuff. And I said, look, it's got worse. I said, but today I asked one guy, I said, because he was black, and he said, Lee, you're being racist. You don't understand. You've got white privilege. I'm like, here we go, the white privilege story.
Don't get me going with that.
I said,
Oh, no.
I said, listen, I said, today in America, if you're being honest with yourself, if you're a 30-year-old black man with an education or a 30-year-old white man with an education,
black privilege.
I said, there's nothing that you can't do that the white man can do.
No, you can do more.
I said, the only thing
you can do more. You have a better chance of keeping your job, getting.
Can I ask you a question? I said
the only thing stopping you is you. I said the only thing stopping you.
Let me ask you a question. Was it white privilege when Jay-Z had his first baby and it closed down the whole hospital ward. Nobody could go on that. If there are other little white babies and everything, their fathers weren't allowed to go see the baby because Jay-Z is it white privilege? Can I ask you a question? Can a white entertainer win a BET award? No. Can a white woman enter Black Miss America? No. Can a white person enter United Negro College Fund? No. Okay.
That's where I hated. I hated when LeBron. You know, when this whole thing came out with BLM.
He's a piece of shit. That's a racist.
When that LeBron came out saying all the white men are out to get him, they're out to kill us. I said all he has to do, LeBron, is stand in the middle of that fucking basketball court when you're playing a game. Look around the fucking audience. See how many white people, Hispanic people are wearing your shoes and your fucking jerseys supporting you. I said, are they the racist cunts that you're talking about? You probably got over half the crowd who are white wearing your T-shirt supporting you. I said, you're living in white neighborhoods, and these rappers that go, oh, the white people are racist. I said, go look at the demographics, who's buying your music. Right. 60% of it's probably white people buying your music.
You know, that's who buys most of the albums and shit. Yeah. Who buys all the CDs. I'm just saying, listen, I got no problem with that. But you know, when they have separate, they have their own network, they have their own, can a white guy get on the cover of Ebony magazine? No. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm fine. If that's what you want to do, fine. But don't point the finger. Don't tell me I'm a piece of shit because my skin's white or I got white privilege, and they fucking sit there and claim, well, play the race card and shit.
I hate it when they do. I hate it when they do the old. Because growing up, we had I used to love Sanford and Son, or I used to love the Jeffersons.
I love these that. Archie Bunker.
And like I said, they were all they were just black people in that show. People go, but now they say we need diversity. We need a black person in this white show. No, we don't. When I grew up, I loved Bruce Lee. I used to watch every Bruce Lee movie.
That's a great example.
All it was Asians. I didn't sit there thinking, I need some fucking white.
They need
Australian.
A white person.
Well, yeah, I never thought that. I watch
a white person
movie. It's a movie. It's like now to get an Academy Award. Now you need a fucking black person. You need some transgender. You need a gay couple in there. It's like I watch a movie for a fucking movie. I'm not there for a fucking political fucking dialogue and shit like that. I don't need to.
Well, that's why my book, for example, it'd be hard to get my book made into a big blockbuster movie because it's an Italian mafia story. So you're not going to have any gays, you're not going to have any blacks, you're not going to have transgenders, you're not going to have diverse. It's just a bunch of Italians.
On this topic, I wanted to mention to you. I sent all of you guys this link. The new health. What is she exactly? Rachel Levine.
From Pennsylvania. I know all about it. She took her mother out of the fucking goddamn, in the middle of a pandemic. She said, oh shit. She took her mother out of the nursing home and put everybody else in that nursing home. They all died of corona while her mother was put in a fucking hotel room in the state of Pennsylvania, paid for it. So she should not have that fucking job.
Check this out. I did some research. So number one, Greg, you're not going to like this subject because
I just want to say, Leo, I'm not upset she's transgender. I'm upset that they picked the health minister with 3 fucking chins. What the fuck?
Exactly, that's true. No, but it's worse than that because look at this. If you go to her website, she says she is an expert. So she used to be a pediatrics. She was in pediatrics. Okay, number one. Right. Her specialties are in opioids.
She's like the life of Brian. I want to have a baby. You want to have a baby, Reg? Where are you going to let it gestate? In a box? It's like fucking.
No, so pediatrics, opioids, medical marijuana, eating disorders, and LGBT medicine. However, she's been chosen to be the assistant health secretary to deal with COVID. No expertise in the subject. She went to her medical school is Tulane. I went to U.S. News and World Report to check the ranking. It's not even ranked, but she did go to Harvard undergrad because she was in Massachusetts. Now, he transitioned at the age of 54 in 2011. That's what Greg won't like. But she was at 54. She divorced her wife, Martha. Two years later, she has a son and a daughter. And somehow this woman is supposed to save us.
You can say he because it's still a he. It's like, just because they want to live in this fantasy world and say it in a certain way, I don't have to play their game.
It will be illegal soon.
I want to come there and watch him. I want to watch him stick that tampon down the eye of his cock when he has his period.
Yeah, exactly.
In his ass. Wait, listen, I got to say one thing I forgot to say when we were talking about steroids. We used to sell, me and my partners, we used to sell estrogen to the trainees back then. And when I got robbed one time, that's how I knew, because we had estradiol cypionate. And idiots that robbed us thought they were taking cypionate test because they saw the word cypionate. They thought it was test. And then when we found out this cruel guy was selling estrogen, cypionate,
oh, you knew who it was. Oh,
yes,
wow.
We found out who it was. But I just want to say,
the guy with the boobs. The guys with boobs.
Yeah, the guys with the boobs, the bad bitch tits. But you know what? When somebody transgenders at the age of 50, 60, 70, like Bruce Jenner and all that shit, that's a fucking man who took cross-dressing too far. That's exactly what that is. They got into cross-dressing. They like to wear the wife's clothes and all that shit. And then they got too far. There's a big difference between real trannies and fucking that shit. I'm sorry. I could show you transgenders you would not believe that they're, you know.
But this is an example of what you guys were talking about, which is this Rachel Levine is chosen for a position because she's a transgender.
But you forgot the main part about that. That's the only reason. Wait, you forgot the main
diversity.
Yeah.
Yeah, but forget about her.
They needed diversity. They didn't want to be called biased, so they hired her,
listen,
which is a joke. She has no experience. Opiate, pot.
Yeah, what is that?
About all that. Forget that means shit. She took her mother in the middle of a pandemic.
I didn't even know about that.
Google it. It's fucking. If you're right there, Google her mother, about what she did with her mother. That's the big scandal. That's why they're freaking out. In the middle, as soon as the pandemic hit, she went in the same. Her mother was in a nursing home. She took her out of the nursing home. Her mother was in her 90s, by the way. You can Google that. Put her in a hotel. Paid for it with the state's money, paid for the hotel, and then she took all the sick fucking old people from the hospital and stuck them in that nursing home, and they died. That's the fucking scandal. That's why people really hate her. If you Google, you'll see that's the big story about her.
But there's another crazy thing that happened also. So this shows the hypocrisy. So there's a Bernie Sanders in Washington, D.C. graffiti mural. Just a random graffiti mural. Someone drew a frog on his face, and now the police are researching it as a hate crime.
A hate crime. Yeah,
hate crime. Meanwhile, the BLM destroyed everything, and that's not a hate crime? I think the BLM was committing hate crimes.
They're saying it's a hate crime from neo-Nazi. They're saying it's a hate crime from neo-Nazi groups. Look, if a neo-Nazi group want to do a hate crime on Bernie Sanders, they wouldn't leave it up to the imagination. They'd do a fucking swastika right on the fucking
Not a
wall.
Frog, yeah.
Not a frog. It's like, but the whole thing.
Dude, I don't like the neo-Nazis.
What about when they defaced how many statues and ripped statues down? Even Lincoln statues who helped the slaves.
Those are hate crimes.
Dude,
and spray painted them.
It's a Breonna Taylor statue. And the idiots fucking ripped it down. Google that.
She was a criminal.
They didn't even know.
You see her criminal record? They say, she was a paramedic. She hadn't worked as a paramedic for 2 years. She was a known felon.
She was running a drug den.
Wow.
She was holding the money for selling drugs. Why do you think they went there? And first of all, her boyfriend started shooting at the cops, then ducked like this when they shot back and hit her in the hallway.
And she was in the hallway, not the bedroom where they said she was in the bed. She was in the hallway. She wasn't in the bedroom.
No, she was not in the bed. She was standing in the hallway. Listen, she shouldn't have died.
Was that in Detroit? You guys are talking about that in Detroit?
I don't know if it was Detroit. I don't think it was Detroit. I think it was down in like Atlanta.
Cops in Detroit.
It was Detroit? Breonna Taylor?
I think so. I think they shot her through the wall.
Through the door.
No.
I can't remember.
They came in the front.
It happened in Detroit.
And the boyfriend was shooting at the cops coming through the door.
Because he said, I didn't know they were the cops. I didn't know they were the cops, so I started shooting.
I just started
shooting. With your illegal gun.
Thought it was the mailman coming to bring me the bill.
I can understand that, right? He's like, listen, guns weren't illegal yet. I could do it. But I could see that, dude, my whole life. And then somebody I used to rob dope dealers. I used to rob dope houses like that. I even had an ATF jacket and a badge. Me and my boys had one, and we kicked freaking doors in. And so you don't really ever know for sure. I would, just start.
But the point is, compare that. Yeah, but it's just, it's reverse racism or
thank you
diversity, whatever.
Always.
But
what about when they call it, like when they were pulling down all those statues and stuff, and they're saying, "Oh, this is bad" and that, but yet I don't know how many times I saw him with a Trump dummy lynched from a tree somewhere and hanging Donald Trump things up and burning them. And then these pricks that burned the flag, I'd set them fuckers on fire too.
Exactly. That's illegal, by the way. They don't do anything about that. And if you remove the BLM graffiti, they want to charge you. So it's like the
Hollywood Boulevard. They had a fucking Donald Trump like big pillow blow up thing, and they were charging you to go up to it and fucking hit it and shit.
That's unbelievable.
You know? Yeah. Listen, BLM painted BLM in front of something in New York City.
That's
a bunch of money.
In front of Trump
BLM really big. And so, first of all, if I went and painted my art thing apparel in the middle of the street, they would arrest me. And of course, charge me with destruction of property, and I get a fine, whatever. But this one black chick who thought BLM was a joke, she ran up, threw some paint on top of the BLM thing out there. They arrested her.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
That's insane.
I mean, that's how insane it is.
No, that's because crazy. You don't realize most black BLM supporters are white, believe it or not. 65% of them are white.
White chicks with blue hair. That's what they are.
That's exactly. Dude, they laid down yesterday in the highway in New York City. In New York City, they laid in the highway last night, and and then all hell broke loose.
I saw that.
By the way, every time they go in a highway and a car nearly hits them, they accuse the car of racism and like trying to attack them.
I was reading on.
I hit them and fight in court.
I read on Facebook. There's a couple of truck drivers. They said, we'll run you over. People like you're being racist. They said, no, I've got a job to do. If you're going to lay on the fucking highway and try and stop me, I'm going to run you over. And they said, plus I fear for my life. And then they put up a picture. Then they put up a picture of Reginald Denny from the LA riots when he was in his truck and he stopped for protesters.
Yeah,
and they pulled him out.
With a brick.
Yeah, but they don't recognize that. They will charge you. The New York District Attorney will charge you with murder or attempted murder if you try to go through them. It's a fact. It's bad. Yeah. This is a bad place, bro. Dude, I told you the story, right? About when I came out of the hospital. Did I tell you that?
No.
When after I had the surgery on my neck, the cancer surgery, we come out. This is in the middle of COVID in March 24th. I'm over there and fucking my daughter picks me up. We're right smack in the middle of Manhattan. In like Spanish Harlem section, okay? We drive about 2 blocks, we're at a light, all of a sudden 1,000 fucking savages come out of nowhere and they start jumping on the cars. They come right up to my daughter's car and, my daughter fights MMA. So, she's a jiu-jitsu and so she wants to get out of the car. I got all blood all over here, I'm stitched up. And I told her, don't. I swear to God, looked out for us. All of a sudden, the guy in the car next to us, we're in a line. We were in the first car and another first car. They started going through the kids, and everybody jumped on their car. The guys left our car, jumped on that car. So I told my daughter, just go through the light. Fuck it, go. And we got out of there. My daughter hit it, and we got out of there. Otherwise, they were jumping on our car, just like you see in the videos. They jumped on my daughter's car, but they were only on there for 5 seconds because that guy next to us started going through them, and they all went on him and fucking, I don't know what they did to him. They might have pulled him out. I don't know.
And if you had a gun to defend yourself,
you're in the wrong.
If you shoot them, you're in prison.
Oh my God!
Executed.
But what about how they're going through all that surveillance tape from the Capitol trying to arrest people? But yet, how many people up close did we see in stores? How many videos did we see of people walking up to Trump supporters and just punching them in the face? And their faces on camera. None of them are arrested.
At Berkeley, University of Berkeley, they punched that Trump supporter. Nothing happened to that guy. And who's that kid who shot the people?
And what about Kamala Harris?
Kyle Rittenhouse.
Kyle Rittenhouse is a hero.
Yeah.
Is a hero.
I donated money to his GoFundMe.
Yeah, that's a hero.
That's good. That's a good thing because he's a good. Let me tell you, he was railroaded. That fucking one guy with the pistol after he shot the two. He was about to shoot him, and Kyle Rittenhouse shot him in the arm, and he dropped the gun.
Unbelievable.
Otherwise, Kyle Rittenhouse would have been dead.
What about that pig? I'm not sure. There's videos of her being sworn in as the first Indian senator. Now she's black, Kamala Harris.
He switches,
her? But what about her? She raised money and bailed half some of these idiots out of jail, the ones that were causing all the problems.
And she's the next president. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, she has a horrible record in California in dealing with criminals and stuff like that.
Well, the Democrats didn't even like her. She got not even 2% of the Democratic
she lasted
vote.
Less than she lasted a couple days in the primary, and then she was out.
Did you see the videos? You can still Google it now. There's videos of her in the debate. There's her. There was Biden. there was Bernie Sanders and some other people, and she's standing there calling Biden a racist. She's standing there saying to Biden, I believe the accusers that are accusing you of sexual assault. She's saying all this shit to him.
Oh, I had no idea.
No, Lee.
Yeah,
you missed the whole. Listen, this is what she told Joe Biden. She told Joe Biden, "You voted for segregation in the '80s, and we had the kids were bused separately, and I was one of those little girls. And when I was in the first band of that." You made me sit on, he voted for segregation, and she claimed that she was one of. Don't you remember? She said I was that little girl that was segregated.
Wow.
That's what I said. She called him. Yeah, she called him a racist. She said she believes he's accusers of sexual assault, and now she's his vice president. She can't do enough for him.
Because these are real politicians. These are the real politicians.
A racist, a bigot. What else am I? Because she's really pretends to be black, pretends to be Indian, pretends to be LGBT. I don't know what else she pretends to be. But if a white male says really anything other than you're nice, then we're going to be accused of something. So basically, all we have to do is say nothing, because if we do say anything, we'll be accused of being a racist, a chauvinist, whatever it is they can come up with.
You're a second-class citizen if you're a white man. Honestly, you're second-class.
She was asked about that, by the way. She was asked about that. And you know what she said? It was a debate.
Wow.
She said it was a debate.
Right.
That's why I brought that up. I was just debating him. I didn't mean any of that.
I was just joking.
I couldn't stand her in the Pence versus her debate. She just keeps smiling the whole time while saying
everything. It's everything.
It's so creepy. It's so creepy. It's such a California weird thing.
I don't know what politicians are like there, but here in Australia, it's like leading up to any election, the politician will come out for, like, say someone that lives in your New York, whoever's running in New York, he'll come out and say, if you vote for me, I will fix up the schools, I will fix up healthcare, I will fix up this. So you think to yourself, well, he sounds like he's going to do a great job, I'll vote for him. He gets in and doesn't do shit. So this is what I don't understand. They work for us. Our tax dollars pay their fucking wages or whatever. So it's like here in Australia, I always say, if you're telling me you're going to do all this stuff and I give you my vote, within 6 months, if you haven't done it, you're out. Because say, Leo, you own a company. Yeah, say, Leo, you've got a company and I come for a job interview and you say, okay, Mr. Priest, what can you do? I say, oh, Leo, I'm great with computers. I can program computers. I can do this. I can do all your books. And you go, wow, this Lee's great. I'll give you the job. And in 6 months, you go, Lee, you haven't done anything yet. I go, well, I can't do that. I just said that to get the fucking job. It's like, you'd fire me straight away. So how can these people stay in? Because you've actually lied to us. We voted on you because you said you were going to do this. So it's like, to me, and these people who like Biden, Pelosi, once you hit a certain age limit, you need to get the fuck out because you're too old.
She's fucking 80. She could be 81. Get the fuck out. When
I was in America, people hated her then. And I got this, I actually fell off the wall. I got to fix it up. But look at this here. I always brought it up because I hated Bush too. But look, it's got the seal of Texas signed by George Bush. Look.
Honorary citizen.
He made me honorary Texan.
Wait, was that George Bush Jr. or George Bush Sr.? That's George Bush Jr. Right?
Junior.
But do you want to know something? Hey, little known fact about Schwarzenegger. Let's for 1 second. You know that's a fucking cocksucker that went to George Bush Sr. that pushed for the Steroid Act. Where steroids became illegal. And the rumor was it's because he didn't want Lee Haney to break his record. Do you remember that, Lee?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Nobody, you people don't.
Yeah.
You people out there watching this.
1992.
They don't realize it. It was Arnold Schwarzenegger who pushed for steroids to become illegal.
Well, I always bring this up when I'm an honorary Texan because whenever I talk politics, people go, "Why do you even mention American politics, Lee? You shut your fucking mouth." I said I lived there for 18 years. I paid taxes when I lived in America. I'm an honorary Texan. And another thing, half the shit you do in America affects the rest of the fucking world. It affects
everyone.
Australia too.
Exactly.
That's why they're marching in Japan for Trump.
And heaven forbid a bodybuilder have different interests outside fucking bodybuilding. Heaven forbid you care about a fucking country,
other people,
and the well-being of people. Yeah,
other subjects.
I'm sure people are going to bitch about this show, saying, "Well, I want Lee to, and Greg and everybody. We want to talk about bodybuilding. You know what I mean? Let's talk about muscles and fucking."
That's the point. There's more than that. Yeah.
No, dude,
there's too many.
What just happened to this guy, is it going to affect the rest of your life? You don't understand, you fucking people.
And all those documents that are being declassified now, pretty much from the beginning, in those documents, that I said the guy from MI5 in London, in his documents that are just being declassified, he said the main reason he brought up the whole Russian thing, and that was to take all the attention off Hillary and her emails. All this stuff was just made up. Right. They went after Trump. There's one guy there. They put his quote up where it says, as soon as Trump got in, we're going after Trump so this never happens again. And all this shit and all the stuff that Trump said about, draining the swamp, all the fake news, pretty much everything he said has been true, but people go, oh, he's just crazy. And which is another thing I hated. Every time they'd say it here on the news and I'd want to punch the fucking TV. They go, imagine a man as crazy as that having his finger on the button and the launch codes. I'm like, do you think he actually has the fucking launch codes and a button sitting on his desk?
Yeah, really, the fucking people
like this.
They were just saying everything.
I said, you know what I would have done? If I was Trump and I'm giving he just gave that, the last speech he did, I would have done it in front of the press there, had him in. I would have put a big clock on the wall behind me like the fucking, they have at gyms, with a big countdown on it.
With a fake button.
Yeah, have it set at 3 minutes. And I look over the Secret Service and go, I look at the Secret Service and go, is the helicopter ready? And then I'd fucking undo the button case and push it. When it starts counting down, I'd fucking run out of the room, say, see you later, and fucking run.
You know what's funny? They wouldn't find that funny. The media would twist that. I laughed my boss off. I knew what you were going to say, the fake button.
Yeah, they would have caused
the media would be like, you see that? That's a mockery. He's mocking.
Yeah, anything he does.
He's inciting a riot. He's inciting
Six people saw that at home and had heart attacks. It's like Hate Street Worlds, War of the Worlds on the radio when he said the aliens were coming and people fucking started panicking because they thought the aliens was real.
What is the whole basis of this idea that Trump is evil? I don't even understand where it comes from.
What is the idea of Trump hate? What do they call that? It's like a psychosis.
Trump derangement syndrome.
They absolutely hate him. They hate the fact that he even breathes. They live and die through troll, YouTube, Facebook, anything, just to bash Trump. And here's my argument to them all the time. I'm like, the guy is a billionaire. And they're like, we don't know that. I'm like, yeah, pretty sure he is. But second of all,
they argue about that too.
Of the mother effing United States. Here's a man that became the president of America. When he goes down the road from one A to B, he's got a freaking motorcade that's 5 miles long. You know what that feels like? Me neither. You never will. None of us will. He's that. He made it to there. Why would you hate this dude? I know he puts more money in my pocket. That's all I know. I know he kind of stands for more of the values that I stand for. That's it. I don't need to know more. People that loathe him for no reason because they hate him. I don't know.
No, they hate him because they paint him as a white. Yeah, go ahead.
But the thing is, they hate him.
He's evil.
They hate him now he's president. The same people that hate his guts now he's president loved him when he was just the guy on the.
I know. That's the funny thing. I didn't like him then. I liked him when I saw the policies. He actually did what other politicians always claim they're going to do stuff.
Even all these, the sports people, the movie stars, the sports people, they all loved him before he was president.
Bristol Palin said it perfect. Bristol Palin said if Donald Trump was still a reality star on television, there'd be lines out the street of celebrities waiting to get in his parties because dude, Snoop Dogg, who roast, they did the Trump roast. It's now like fuck Donald Trump. Sean Puffy Combs, who used to hang out with Trump. There's pictures of him sitting with Melania, like sitting on his lap and shit like that. Now he talks shit about Trump. They all do. Look at fucking Oprah Winfrey, the big one, another huge racist piece of shit, right? She was telling Donald Trump, you should run for president. You should run for president. He runs for president. Now all of a sudden he's a racist when they've been buddies since the 1980s.
I don't like what's his name. He's a bit of a nut job, Kanye West. But look at Kanye. He would go see the president, and all the black people would call him a sellout. He's a fucking sellout.
Yeah, and Ice Cube, they did it to Ice Cube. Also, they did it to Lil Wayne. They did it to a lot of them.
Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, all of them. And they kowtowed to them. Because after fucking Ice Cube talked with him, he said, okay, wait a minute. I never said I was going to support him. I just want to hear what he had to say.
Did you see?
Lil Wayne was like, all right.
Did you see the latest one now? I saw yesterday that all the people, I'm going to stop watching fucking Avenger movies because all the people from the Avenger movies are having this trivia night for Biden to raise money for Biden. And Chris Pratt isn't going to it. He didn't go to the last one. So now all this stuff on the internet, Chris Pratt must support Trump because he's not helping Biden raising money.
No, he doesn't.
So,
do you know?
So now they're all going on about Chris Pratt and boycotting him. They want him out of the movies because he's a Trump supporter. He won't go to this trivia night.
Wow.
It's like,
Never happened. You know why? Do you know who Chris Pratt's married to? Schwarzenegger's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
He's married to Arnold Schwarzenegger's daughter. He's a fucking dude. You know what it is? He probably just doesn't want to get involved, but I doubt very much so that he's a pro-Trump. I doubt it very much.
No, but they're all reading into it, and that what's her name? Who's that girl that's on there? The girl that's now a guy too. That someone Page, the actress Page. Her last name's Page. Now she's a dude.
She's on what show? Is she black?
Ellen Page is her name, is it? Ellen Page?
Elena shit. Page? Yeah. The girl, yes. She went from being a girl to being a guy.
Greg keeps tabs on this.
Yeah, it's like.
I know. She's Ellen Page. Yeah, no. She was in that movie, that very popular movie. And she's a girl who now became a guy. She's going to go back to being a girl. She didn't even look like a guy.
But it's like that other twat that hates Trump did a thing, and now she's a bitch herself. Ellen. Everyone loves Ellen.
Fuck that bitch.
By the way, I know Ellen's. In LA, before Ellen came out, like before everyone knew that she was like very harsh to everyone, I was at a party once, like 3 years ago, and I met one of her directors, the main director for her show. And I was hearing horrible things about her back then. And that's an example of someone also that got a lot of rights because she was a lesbian. You know,
can I tell you something? I was on the fucking Tyra Banks show, if you remember correctly. When I was back in the green room, all her girls were talking shit about her. Fuck that bitch. Fuck the makeup people and all. I'm sitting there going, holy shit. And Tyra's publicist was sitting right there listening to the whole fucking thing.
Well,
and you know what? They all work from show to show. You know what I mean? Like they used to work for Dr. Phil. Now they work for her. You know, I was on Jay Leno, same fucking thing. Although Jay Leno was great. You know, he was a great guy. He was very nice to me, by the way. But his people, they all talk shit. They all hate the fucking people they work for.
Well, we had a show. We had that I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here show here. I'm sure you probably have it in your country and everywhere. But there was a guy on that show, and he used to do a lot of interviews with people in America. He's an American guy, but they brought him down here because he's a celebrity. And they said to him, out of all the people you've interviewed in America and around the world, who is the biggest asshole or bitch? And he said, Ellen DeGeneres. Everyone's like, Ellen, but she's so nice and friendly and smiley.
And that's how the politicians are. That's exactly what like Biden and all these crappy people are like. At least Trump was straightforward. You know, he would be rude sometimes, and that shows you that he's being straightforward.
But I think that's what people liked about him, because all these other politicians either been spoon-fed from daddy and mummy since they were young. Some were lawyers, some were this. Trump comes along. He's just like one of the guys. I'm a businessman. I'm coming in to do a job. I'm going to do the job. He wasn't. You know, I'm sure in the beginning they had aspirations to get into politics, but he said, why not? Give it a go. Whereas these other people who have wanted it their whole life, they made fun of Trump. They're like, oh, my God, he beat me. He got in before I did.
Roger Stone told me that since the 80s, he's been trying to convince Trump to, he told me personally that he was trying to convince him to be a president. And it was very hard to convince him in the 90s and so on. You know, he eventually decided later. But, you know, Vlad TV,
he didn't know he didn't know he's up against insurmountable odds. Donald Trump didn't realize, I'm sure, even though he had the best of intentions and a good, there's so many people against him from in the FBI and NSA and NSC, CIA, you know,
his own people,
the media. That guy's against insurmountable odds. I mean, you can't get things done if half your cabinet, half of everybody's against you or more than that.
And you still got more done than anybody else.
Hey, can I just say something? I want to show Lee Priest one thing. Lee, look, I just peed in this fucking thing right here.
He's always doing that shit.
Is that laundry? Is that laundry?
He's dedicated.
Detergent?
It's an empty laundry detergent bottle. And I didn't want to cut the so I ran up just peed in it.
The thing I hated, I was going to say that with the whole Trump thing, it's like, what I can't stand is when all these turncoats of his were leaking these phone calls. I'm thinking, shouldn't that be illegal to leak a phone call to the president of the United States and you give it to the media to play a phone call and shit? I'm like, how the fuck can you do that? That's
that was Biden.
Shouldn't that be like go against their national security type fucking whatever laws they have that you're putting out a phone call from the president? And even that one they last brought up where he was having a call with the guy from, was it Georgia or somewhere, and he goes, "We need to find those 11,000 votes." It's like, you know, yeah, he's like, you know, the votes were stolen. You saw him pulling the suitcases out after. He goes, "We need to find these votes." And people are going, "Look at Trump. He's telling him to go find these votes." But then you listen to the whole phone conversation. He's saying, "We need to find the votes. The American people need to know the truth. We have to get the truth out there." There's like, that's not a guy who's trying to fucking rig an election. He wants you to go do your fucking job and find out what the fuck happened, because these states that have always been Republican have suddenly turned to Biden. And you want me to believe Biden
overnight.
Biden got more votes
Doesn't make any sense. Texas.
Obama ever got.
Do you realize the rat fucks that are around him? First of all, let me tell you something. Look at Amy Coney Barrett. He busted his balls to get her in there, right? And even the other fucking what's his name there, Kavanaugh, and none of those two wanted to even see. When they brought the fucking thing before the Supreme Court, they were like, "I don't even want to read it. I'm not interested." Okay. And meanwhile, Amy Coney Barrett, you know how I knew she was fucked up? Because she adopted 2 black kids and she went to Haiti. You want black kids, you can get them from right here.
Exactly.
It's like all these celebrities. They go and they get a little black kid from Africa. And they're like, "Look, I got me a real black kid. I didn't have to go get one from the United States." There's plenty of poor black kids who need to be adopted in this country. When you go to another country to adopt a little black kid, because that's what you want, and there's nothing wrong with that. I would adopt a black kid. I don't care. But I wouldn't go to Africa to get one. And then you got Mike Pence. Let me tell you something about Mike Pence, that rotten fuck, okay?
Oh, my God.
He's so stupid. Listen to me. Okay, he couldn't overturn the election, but he had at least the power. You got to remember, his name is right here on the poster. So it's his own fucking, it's his own office. You can't even fight for your own office. You could have very easily said, "Give us 10 days to just look at what the evidence is." He didn't even want to do that, okay? Now, he doesn't want to see Trump this morning, like, you know, tomorrow morning, this morning, whatever you want to call it, you know, when Trump says bye-bye and gets on the plane, he's going to instead go to the inauguration. The same people who stuck it to him. Remember, if that election was stolen, which I know it was, you asshole, they stole it from you too. And you fucking turn your back like that. You could have, nobody's saying that you had to overturn it, but he could have at least heard the evidence.
Oh, yeah. And here's the thing too, wouldn't you too say I'm Trump and you're Biden and you win the election and I'm accusing you of something? Wouldn't you say, "All right, you know what? Go ahead, exhaust everything you've got, prove that I stole it."
Yeah,
right, exactly.
I'd want you to go out and prove it. I'd say go do what you can. Go out and show.
Like what happened to Trump with Russiagate. Yeah, exactly.
They said that they started the Russiagate thing before Trump was even president. They started that shit.
And what about this? What about
Jim,
this?
what's his name? Jim Jordan said 19 minutes into Trump's fucking inauguration, they had already begun proceedings privately about that shit.
And what did you think about this? This was a funny, for America, where things are so heightened with race, with this, with that. This is the weirdest thing I didn't even know about it until someone told me online when it happened, was that bombing in Nashville. I've never known of a bombing in America to last one day in the fucking news and be on the TV and gone. Well, that's where the machines and AT&T building was, where the votes were being counted. It's like you had a bombing in America and it's not even on the news for 1 or 2 days and gone. You don't hear any more about it, who the bomber was, his background, nothing. It's just gone.
Yeah,
it was too ironic. It was right there where the voting machines was being stored and everything. Yeah, it's too fucking ironic. Come on, really? And Nashville, really? You know what I mean? If it was Midtown New York City, you know, Midtown Manhattan, then I'd say, okay, you know, it's a fucking thing there. But I mean, like, you know, you
like I said, even with terrorism and shit like that, a bombing is like news for weeks and weeks and weeks of bombing. Fuck.
Yeah, that is crazy. I tried to read about it and I noticed there weren't many articles around.
That harkens to like one thing I wanted to bring up is the media, and that, like I said, the media I think is probably the biggest enemy of the state of all. And I look at what's just happened in the last couple of days when they silenced all the YouTubers. My wife kind of subscribes to a bunch of YouTubers that are like conservative Christians, like preppers and things like that, homesteaders. All the big ones were taken down, and they started basically getting people to listen to facts and logic. So they took them down. Then they all went to Parler. Parlors where someone like me could go and have free speech. They made sure to take them down. So there's just systematically eliminating free speech.
The
You're
First
welcome
Amendment
to have
is-
free speech as long as it doesn't disagree with me. If it disagrees with me, then we will make sure you are silenced. That's the beginning of the end. That's fascism, socialism. That's how it all starts. And it's getting scary for me because I was like, damn, I can't even talk. You know, they silence me.
Well, I was banned on Facebook, and then I finally got back on a couple of days ago on Facebook, and there was a big thing on about Pelosi, and I looked at it, I was reading, and I didn't even say her name. I just commented, I said, she needs the firing squad. Within 5 minutes.
Oh, that's it. You're out of there.
Within 5 minutes, boom,
you're gone.
30-day ban again. I got a 30-day ban again for saying she needs to fire.
I've been banned 3 out of the last 4 months. I've been banned.
Yeah,
but I was banned a fucking year ago on fucking Twitter. Fucking, I lost like, a lot of followers and shit because I had an argument with Alyssa Milano, who I've known since 1994. And I had a big argument. First, she blocked me. And then she blocked me like 5 years ago. We had a big argument. Told me to go fuck myself.
My cousin went on a date with her.
What did you say to her, Greg?
You know what I said to her?
Did you say, who's the boss?
No, you know what I said? She was talking about Beto O'Rourke, how she sported him, and I told her, you know what? I liked you better in the '90s when you were a bimbo and shit like that, and posing nude in the magazines. I said you should go back to that. So she reported me, and they got me for hate speech. But yet that same day, fucking Tom Arnold went on there and said his fantasy is to abduct Donald Trump, put him in the trunk of his car, drive to the woods, release him, hunt him like a fucking animal, shoot him, and then put his head on the wall.
And he's talking about the president of the United States. That's actually that's somewhat treason. Which brings me to this point. So I know, Gunner, you're friends with Vlad, and you went on his show and all that. But Vlad TV has been asking people now, talking about Trump, and literally asking people, this guy should be tried for treason. Why would you think? The derangement syndrome is unbelievable. How could you think?
Vlad, I wouldn't say I'm friends with Vlad. Let me make that clear right now. I did a show. I do it again for PR, but I think personally that he's a little bit skewed in his ideology.
Oh my God!
He's always talking about white privilege, but he's like extremely white privilege. He
went to Berkeley. He's just obsessed with rap, and he's trying to make himself. He doesn't want the rap artist to think of him as an outsider and a cultural appropriation for person. Which, by the way, that's the most ridiculous.
He's not that interesting. He's not that smart. He's not that interesting. He's not that witty. He's not that charming.
So, by the way, if you wear like Arabic clothing right now, I could say you guys are cultural appropriation. And what does that mean? We can't share culture. We're not humans.
Well, here in Australia, I was only on the news a couple of weeks ago because some girls came back from Bali. They go over to Bali to the islands. They came back and had their hair in dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Or the black people started saying it was inappropriate for culture. I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. You black girls go and straighten your hair and wear.
I was about to say, can you go talk to black people and say you're wearing pants and a t-shirt? So that's cultural appropriation.
It's like who
right.
cares?
Because back in Africa, you'd be wearing a straw grass shirt.
Yeah, you wouldn't be wearing pants and a t-shirt. So is that cultural appropriation also? Ridiculous.
I think, but even if this whole thing banning people, it's like, why have we become such a society now where people can't have a different opinion? You don't have to agree with someone, but at least you can have a different opinion. You can discuss it. You don't have to
look for shit to look for stuff to call out and be angry about.
Exactly.
That's what gets me, man. Like, I'm a fun dude. I have a lot of fun in my life. I'm all having fun all the time. Leo, if you know me a little bit, you see I'm all fishing or hunting or foiling or traveling, just something fun. But everybody is freaking miserable on that side of the fence. They're always so angry and bitter and jaded and cynical and sinister. I'm like, dude, calm down. Go have some fun.
You know what I think it is?
Go do something freaking cool in your life.
I think it's because they haven't had enough hardship in their own lives. They look for problems. Like, you don't see army vets that come back and they're liberals. They're always conservatives. Like, they're not these snowflakes that's so sensitive that get upset about something irrelevant. It doesn't make sense.
That's what I tell people now. It's like I tell people now, so look, I know there's mental health issues out there. I know there's depression and stuff, but to me, there's a big difference. Like I said, my great-grandparents grew up through the Great Depression, when they had nothing, people lost jobs and shit. But I said, no one really killed himself. They still fucking worked hard. They did what they had to do. Today, some young girl will be like, oh, Mom, this is the iPhone 11, not the 12. And then I'm fucking depressed. You got me the wrong phone. Everyone else has the 12. You got me the 11.
She kills herself.
I hate you, Mum. Yeah. Or this whole thing. Our government.
Or she kills her parents.
Yeah,
she kills her parents. Yeah.
Well,
that's happened.
Well, our government just puts.
Dude, I know guys that killed their parents in prison. I know guys that did that.
That's horrible.
Well, our government just put $60 million aside to look into online bullying. I said, online bullying. I said, listen,
doesn't exist.
If you have Facebook, if you have Instagram, if you have Twitter, whatever you have, you control the settings. Let's just pick Facebook. It says in your settings, who can post on my page? Only friends. Who can write to me? Only friends. You can do all the settings. So the only people that talk to you are the people you know. If you're getting bullied online, you must want to get bullied because you can get rid of them at any time.
And just block them.
And shit like that.
Delete.
Exactly. You can block them. You can just have it. You can set it to private. I'm sorry. If you're 13 years old, you don't know 5,000 fucking people. Okay. So, and the thing is too, if I'm a girl too, and I'm like this, girls should be able to wear what they want, but it's the internet. You get a lot of perverts. If I'm a girl and I've got huge tits and I'm holding a protein drink like this, and all you see is my tits, and someone says a rude comment, you have to fucking expect that. Or if you're standing there and you've got a big fucking camel toe and someone points it out, well, guess what? You're on the fucking internet. People are going to say shit. It's not all, you look so beautiful. It's like these fat people that wear a swimsuit. That's brave. No, it's not. You're a fat pig in a swimsuit. I don't have to like it. You're not fucking brave.
That's another example. The fat models. What is that about?
No, they're shoving that in your ass. They're shoving that in your ass. They're trying to say that that's healthy. It's not fucking healthy. It's obesity. It's obesity, and I find it disgusting.
It's gross.
I like skinny girls. I'm sorry, bro.
There's this. I was on Instagram once. I found a Swedish model who's just a fat lady, and every one of her pictures, she's not that fat too. She's chubby, like she's like 40% body fat or something. So every time takes pictures, it's just the rolls of her belly. It's like she's smiling, and then there's the rolls of her belly, and everyone loves it. Like 400,000 people are subscribed.
You go, girl.
Yeah, like you're awesome.
Weird world, man.
Yeah,
but if you were to say, I don't like that, why are you fat shaming? Why are you coming down on it?
Yeah.
It's just my opinion. I don't like
You're
it. I don't have to like it. Look, I don't care if you're fat and you do that, but don't shove it down my throat saying I have to say you're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not against that actually, but I would like to comment and say that's ridiculous.
But not for nothing. But you know what? If you notice today, I don't know about over there in Australia, but over here, every commercial's with a black dude and a white girl.
Yes,
white
I said that the other day. We have white, black, Asian.
No, actually,
and it's always gay.
Let's go.
I don't care about.
No, Greg, it's never a white guy with a black girl. It's always a black guy with a white girl. Almost always. I don't know why. Do you notice that?
But I don't care if that happens naturally. I don't give a shit.
No, natural is fine, but they put it in the movies. It's in every movie. There's a black.
I was with a black chick, but they're sending they're shoving it in your ass. If it's natural, so if there's a black person watching this, it's not that I think that that's bad. You're missing a point.
Yeah,
I don't need it shoved up my ass. And there's always a gay guy too in movies. There's always a gay friend. You know what I mean?
It's not normal. Yeah.
Well, it's like even I started, like, I enjoy superheroes, but then when I was watching Batgirl, and all of a sudden they had to make Batgirl a lesbian, I'm like, really? Batgirl has to be a lesbian? We have to push this down?
Lee, they wanted to make 007 a chick.
Yeah.
And this is what I hate too. And this is what I hate to say. It's like, why not? Here we go. Ian Fleming wrote James Bond. He was a fucking English spy, a white guy. And a lot of women love that. They love that intriguing, a white male hero spy coming to save him, all suave and sophisticated. It's like, why not just make Jane Bond? Or it's like, why do we have to go from this white character? Why do we have to make him black? Or if he's a man, we have to make it a woman. Okay, I love the movie Blade. Okay, let's remake Blade, but make him white. Let's go fucking. Yeah. It goes both ways.
They had Batgirl and a Catwoman. Batman. They had fucking Supergirl, Superman. You know what I mean? Why does Spider-Man have to be a woman now, or Batman? They want to make Captain Marvel a woman.
Captain Marvel was a man that made him a woman in the Captain Marvel movie.
Why did they do that though? See, that's what I don't understand. It's all and
there's a better example. There's a show right now on
transgender now. Which one is that, Leo?
No, there's a show right now on Netflix. It's about exactly Napoleon's time, the 1810s, 15. Oh, yeah. You seen it, Lee? It's
No,
about
actually,
the
I put up a thing the other day and people called me racist because they're going to do a movie on, is it Anne Boleyn, the one that got her head cut off, the Queen?
Yeah.
But they're using a black actress, and I'm like, but she wasn't black.
Oh, you talking about the French one or the? Are you talking about Henry VIII's wives?
Yeah,
Henry VIII's wives.
Yeah.
No. This is happening right now on Netflix. It's one of the top shows. It's from the 1810s. The Queen of England is black. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I can't believe it. I'm watching it. I'm like, I can't follow this. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean?
As long as they
have a friend that's a transgender superhero now. You got to have a trans superhero.
As long as Chris Hemsworth gets the part of Shaka Zulu in the remake, I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Imagine that.
Well,
actually,
this all kind of harkens back to what the media is doing, forcing it down our throat. That even though they make up a very small minority of the population, gays, black, or transgender, whatever, because the media is controlled by that demographic, the demographic that they want to control, keep oppressed, keep stupid, keep voting their way, they just keep pushing this agenda. Like, white man, bad.
Well, let's be clear. Let's be clear. Like,
evil.
Like,
black man, smart. So they never will put, and those commercials you talk about, or in the television shows, the only time you'll see a white dude will be if he's some doofus, dumb, goofy, stupid guy.
And they make him look stupid with the woman. The woman is smart and the guy is stupid and he has to correct him. You notice that?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the black guy is always a suave, debonair, charming, charismatic guy who comes to the rescue of the woman. He saves everybody and all of humanity every time. But the black dude, he's the evil guy, or he's the bad guy, or he's just a buffoon. That's how they project them into me and TV and movies. And
but let's be clear for the audience. Like, look, I have one of my best friends is gay from actually Dubai. Okay, so he's my friend, right? Usually when we go out in Dubai, we go out with a group of 10 or 15 people. He's the only one who's gay there. But when his friends come, sometimes they join with us. There's 10 more gay guys that come. It doesn't. But in the TV show, you'll see like 2 gay guys, 1 black guy, 1 white guy, and they're best friends. It just doesn't happen naturally.
And an Asian. Don't forget
That's
the
what I'm
Asian.
saying.
And you have to have, that's what we're trying to say. We're just saying it's not natural. It doesn't.
It's not realistic numbers. That's all. It's not realistic.
They're pushing it on.
Well, all the Star Wars fans are up in arms now because it's either the new movie or one of the new TV series that Star Wars are doing the spin-off. The next Jedi is going to be a transgender Jedi. I'm like, what the fuck?
It's come on now. Listen, that's what I'm saying.
No.
You know, I mean, and there's people going to think that we're racist.
Man. That's too far.
Lee, I've dated black chicks. I'm sure you fucked around with black chicks, right?
I've dated. I'm the same as you. I've dated black chicks. My father's a homosexual. He's been with his same partner for 35 years. My cousin, who was like a brother, was transsexual. So I accept everybody. I don't give a fuck what color, what sexuality. I couldn't care less.
Me neither.
I have all that in my immediate family. Black, transsexual.
But I'm like you. Well, I'm like you. If it happens naturally, that's fine. But you can just tell the media is just ramming it down. You have to accept it. Take this.
Yeah.
It's like,
No, but they're also
that's the part that I don't like.
They're not just ramming that down. They're also demeaning the white males generally. Just demeaning
because that's toxic masculinity
and demeaning men also. But never if it's a black man.
Toxic white male masculinity.
Toxic white male. That's exactly what it is.
Just before Christmas, I almost fucking slammed the door in her face. But we're at the mall. My wife and I were shopping, and I was always taught if there's an older lady, you give her your seat. If a pregnant lady, you stand up. If a lady's coming, open the door for her. So I'm walking into the shopping centre. My wife's there. I open the door for my wife. There's a lady coming behind my wife, so I hold the door open. She goes, I can do that myself. I'm like, oh, well, fucking excuse me.
Incredible.
I'm like, oh.
Okay,
that happened.
Last thing before we end the first episode, Lee, show me your hand. You got new coloring. This was incredible. Lee made a post, and in 5 minutes, red and blue.
It's still healing, still healing.
Healing, yeah. I see it. He made a post on Instagram. He said, is there a tattoo artist around? I want to get some coloring. 1 hour later, I opened my Instagram. He's got a new hand change. That's the power of Lee's celebrity in Australia. Anyway, guys, I think this was a great show. So we'll do it again next week.
I think there's a lot more. There's a lot more we can talk about.
There's so much.
I think we all just kind of want to get some in, but there's so much more happening that we can talk about. We didn't even talk about bodybuilding or friggin' supplements.
Bodybuilding.
That's good. Fuck that. That's like that's everything. People are going to say sometimes too. I want people to understand too. Sometimes being in Australia, and I'm in a time warp. I'm in the future. Sometimes I come in because here in Australia there's a little lag. So sometimes to me it seems like Gregg just stopped talking, and I go to start talking. All of a sudden, Gregg starts again. I'm like, oh shit! It's like
Gregg doesn't shut up.
Yeah, the audience has to know that
I do this all the time. I have my own show, and I'm used to it. The lag, so it's kind of like. I found this is my personal experience, and my advice to give us is that whenever the best way to do this, as I record shows all the time with people, is like try your best, I guess, to like let a guy finish his thought and then wait for like a second or two, and then let the next guy go, then wait. And then if we do that, I think it'll always kind of come.
We need a little flag. We need a little flag, so we go.
Yeah, we need the pipe. We need to pass the pipe around.
You know what it is? I'm hyper. I can't stop.
That's funny.
I just hope I don't wake up tomorrow morning because I think it's 3 a.m. it happens here. I just hope I don't wake up tomorrow morning and see fucking radical idiots out trying to burn down America and shit because of fucking the inauguration. And
I like to say for the record, with regards to Lee, I didn't know what to expect with Lee. I mean, this is kind of forgive me. I mean, I don't follow you that closely. I'm super, super busy. I spent 13 years in prison. I'm a full-time writer now. I'm a CEO of my own apparel company. So I didn't know what to expect with you. In my mind, I figured just some meathead, but whatever. I've been pleasantly surprised by the fact that you're very intelligent, very well educated, well-versed.
Don't go that far with the intelligent. Don't go that far.
No, dude. I can tell you're very smart. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell you a little secret. I have the opportunity to possibly host a show for Fox. It'd be me and Sammy the Bull, Michael Francis, possibly Larry Mazza. The show has already been pitched to the heads of Fox. I'm kind of waiting and see how it goes. It'd be a roundtable type talk show, a lot like
politics,
this, but
Mafia
really
guys
professionally done, high level, high done. And so I'm kind of just testing my waters, and I'm hoping, like for example, Lee, you would make a great full-time talk show host, very smart. And I think Gregg would be too. I think Gregg has the
well, that's how I picked this group. Yeah, that's why I picked the group. Yeah. These are two guys that have depth in bodybuilding that talk about all kinds of different things, and people love to hear their stories.
I'm a weak link.
No, I'm the weak link.
You're a good guy. I enjoyed hearing.
No, you're the glue.